It is going to be Astralis starting on the T side and Vitality on the CT side. So big welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the course at DreamHack Masters. A best of 3 coming your way, and there's even more to come later on. It's going to be a fantastic day of Counter-Strike, which already has been. And
has it?
I think it's been great. Liquid.
It hasn't been.
I can't even make fun of it. I don't think it's funny.
I know it's not funny. There's nothing funny about it.
But well played to Greyhound, I guess. We've got to give them credit.
Yeah, no, that is awesome. I like seeing that as well, especially from that region. It's really cool to see a second team. We've had a couple times. There's been a couple opportunities for second teams from Australia to do some damage, and it's never quite come to fruition. They've had like a few upsets, but never been able to complete the run to the playoffs. So it's cool to see that happen from Greyhound.
This is bordering on being the slowest pistol round I've seen so far on Vertigo.
Well, buckle in, Anders. This is how Vertigo plays.
Yeah, and then when the action happens, it's all in, right?
Yes.
It's very difficult indeed. Now, Device is going to be leading the charge with the P250. That makes sense. We're looking for a medium-range headshot here on anyone on the other side. Shox is holding one angle here, but that's a lot of people in middle. And if they break through, I mean, now he's looking the other way. We've actually seen this smoke before from Astralis as well. Should give them a lot of room to work with towards that A-bomb side, or so the B-bomb side. We'll see if it's going to be working out. Still only shooting through the smoke, and so far nobody finding any luck. 25 seconds left, and yep, they're going to be collapsing right on the bomb site. RPK still waiting back here. Oh, Saiwu, that's a big opening. A double headshot, and just needs one more, but he can't find it. They're taking down RPK, so they know Saiwu's still back here. That actually gives away a little bit of the trap that otherwise could have been set, but it doesn't matter. Oh, what a champion! 4 kills, all of them headshots, and I mean, that is the secret weapon that they have, isn't it? You
mentioned the X Factor. What a hold from Saiwu. No one even touched him. He dropped the first 2 players, and that was the main aggression onto the bomb site. And from there, look, that's beautiful. And then obviously RPK going down, but Zaiwu's just able to hold the angle. That's actually, whoa. I mean, as much as the comparisons we make between Zaiwu and Simple at the moment, did you see Simple's pistol round on Dust 2 yesterday with a long hold? He did the very similar thing where he just kind of peeks into the bomb site, gets 2 one-taps.
How long before somebody with a lot of money just tries to put Simple and Saiwu on the same team?
I honestly
forget the reasoning. Forget
the logic behind it. Yeah,
just don't even think about the logic behind it. Just
I actually hope that never happens. I hope they become like the Batman and Joker of Counter-Strike. Like they're just gonna be like just locked in an eternal duel against each other.
That would be great. I would appreciate that.
Which one's which?
I feel like Simple is gonna have to be the Joker, isn't he?
Yeah.
We could paint his face and everything. I think it'd be great. Have a whole story going on there.
Yeah, nothing's ever gone wrong with that.
Definitely not. It's Glaive to go down first, and not really any investment from Astralis. They didn't get the bomb down, so they did get rid of Saiwu here. But other than that, should be a safe round. I don't even know what that's a headshot.
Yeah,
he looked like he was shooting him in the feet.
Well, I mean, Device has really snuck into the middle of his defense, which is crazy. Alex is going to come try and recover, but there's timing everywhere, and Device now has the M4. This could turn. Deagle out as well. Good frag, and he's got another one.
That's an ace. He actually aced them in the second round. Look at Glaive. I don't even think he understands.
I don't understand how Device got there with nobody noticing. Alex was pushed up on that ramp the whole time. They must have just passed like ships in the night.
Look at this.
That is a bit weird. I think he obviously would have got the kill anyways, right? But the picked up M4, Alex doesn't quite know how to recover. And this is kind of what we just talked about as well. Like, let's just ignore that's an incredible play, an incredible round from one of the best players in the world. But, you know, the organization of a map like Vertigo, when you're trying to introduce it with a new player, you're going to lose track. You know, Shox being the one who's initially rotating over towards that bomb site, maybe loses track of where they can be, not really sure how to communicate things.
So that was Saiwu getting a quad kill on the pistol, and Device saying, you know what, bro? I'm just going to ace this and we're right back in the game. That's, I don't know, that's kind of a hardcore way to get a game started.
That is a really intense way to get a game started. Back to pistols, that's got to hurt for Vitality. You got to feel like you started on the right foot. It's been, your other leg's been swept out beneath you very early. And Glaive going to be willing to take this slow and probe into the bomb site. A little bit of noise made, and he should shy away off that just to see if there's any response to the footstep. Here it is. Pop Flash comes out a little bit late. Glaive, he ducks underneath it, still loses the battle. The CZ from Saiwu coming to fruition.
A relatively simple setup. A couple of good kills in return, at least for Astralis, but I just, for some weird reason, even though that it's such a fundamental thing, you know, throwing a flashbang for a teammate, I somehow feel like it's still underrated in some strange way. It's like people sometimes try and do too elaborate things, and sometimes those setups can just be so powerful. I almost feel like if you just drilled those for like, you know, one day out of the week, you just said like, let's just get perfect. Not a set, that was sort of a slow setup, but like just improvising them immediately, where it's like we just know every single angle. We could do it, you know, with no time to set it up at all.
It's mostly about, I mean, they're not necessarily hard setups. I think most of it comes down to just communication, right? And sometimes I think the hard part is, you know, the person with the flashbang sometimes need to be the one that calls out, you know, I can flash for you.
Yeah.
And that's that element of communication that I think maybe is not missing in the pro scene, because we see it so frequently with the top teams, but I think maybe when you get down to some of the second tier teams, and that big step up for squads is when teams start getting comfortable with that. Speaking very generally, of course.
Definitely. I feel like there's, I feel like what happens sometimes is that some of the teams, whenever you get like a new lineup and they don't have a deep map pool and they don't have like really elaborate strats and counter strats against certain teams, then they do end up relying on those kind of things. And then there's some middle section before you get to like the Astralis or, you know, Liquid level or whatever, where suddenly it feels like people forget about that though again. Like they don't do it to the same level.
Same degree.
Which is frustrating, because I do feel like sometimes you don't have to make things overly complicated. That was... I mean, he flashed himself.
Yeah, that was one of the best flashbangs I've seen in a long time.
It's like he threw it and then he went around the forklift, forgot about it in the meantime.
I think he must have thought it was going to go farther beyond the wall. Either way, no consequences. Maybe he just didn't care. Molotov out to the sandbags, clear out the difficult corner. Glaive again going to be the one to take point in challenging into this bomb site. He's got plenty of bodies to find. That's the M4. Good headshot from Alex. He's down to about 46 HP. Dupree watching the flank, so Astralis is pretty committed to this bomb site. And here come all the smokes, but still a minute and 10 seconds left in the round. They can use their utility. They can patiently take into this bomb site, although a lot of damage being output by the defense.
Yeah, Sip and Meg is dropping very low. Device, that is scary. Just holding on to the wire for now. Quite literally, they're going to go and try and fight him, but he is just picking them apart. He finally goes down, but he had done enough, and shots will go down. Nice triple for Device. He's 10-2 early on in the game, and it is really early on, so let's not read too much into it. But still, good round for Astralis.
Yeah, really negating a lot of that damage. That was a bit of a scary moment. That had me worried.
Working on the outside of the construction field, you know, just...
I've wanted to spend a day being a window washer. I think that'd be fun. Hanging on the side of tall buildings.
Fun? What, in what city? You live in Chicago. There's a lot of wind there. Is that where you want to go?
I think that'd be cool. My building is a high-rise as well, so I see the window washers all the time.
All right.
And I kind of want to talk to them and just be like, can I come hang out with you guys up there for a day?
You should do that.
Yeah.
And we'll film it.
Regardless, Alex is going to have a big chance. They haven't cleared this out. Nice shot from him, but how do you get away? This is going to be an interesting attempt. And yeah, now Zaiwu has to fall back, and look at how much time he's so exposed, and that's some of the danger of being aggressive on that ramp. And by the way, when we get to the CT side, we've seen Astralis have to be very successful with that aggression, and again, Glaive is going to lead the way. And don't worry, that beeping you hear is a new feature of the map of Vertigo. It is a construction site after all.
Yeah, safety first, ladies and gentlemen. Want to make sure that, you know, nobody's walking out with any hard hats on or anything like that.
Right, we need to be OSHA certified.
Those steel tip boots and all of it, you need all your toes when you get back home.
Well, actually, the steel tip boots is there are some construction and some, you know, hard working areas where they're not allowed. Because if something's too heavy and drops on a steel tip boot, it is just going to cut your foot in half.
Oh.
Graphic content warning.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good. Although
I worked a job in an auto factory and they told us we weren't allowed to have steel-toed boots for that reason.
This is a medical question more than anything, but if it just cuts all of them clean off, maybe you can just have them all reattached again. Whereas if they get crushed, there's no chance of that, right?
That's a fair point.
So maybe you actually prefer that.
Yeah. Well, maybe you prefer that.
I'm just thinking out loud.
There's a reason why I got it.
It's on everyone's mind, really. I just said it. That was that's set up early on, right? I understand that setup if Zaiwu's going to be there to follow up on the aggression so that he isn't just fighting alone over there.
Right.
But it sort of felt like Zaiwu was saying, yeah, I want out. And then he's alone and there's really nothing to do. He was throwing a smoke himself. I feel like there could have been a flashbang or something. Like, I feel like that whole setup, I understand the theory of it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the follow-up.
Well, that's yeah. I think that's a fair point, and that's why those calls as well. That call from Zaiwu, if you either need to commit to that fight or you need to fall back immediately, and he seemed to be caught in like a little bit of a weird limbo.
That's even true, yeah. So then he stopped even halfway through and said, okay, I'm kind of going to take the fight, and
this time not blinding themselves.
improvements.
Baby steps. That's what Bill Murray taught me. And what about Bob? Device.
Baby shark.
I hate you. Again, I can't reiterate that enough. Device is walking up this ramp. Very patient in peeking into this bomb site. He's had some very nice shots on this. Seems like Device, and we've even seen Glaive go for the FP. Ooh, this is a cool position. That's one kill for you. Bomb is down nearby. He can transition out. Actually, it's on the other side of that wall, excuse me. But RPK has control of that B stairs, and that'll be difficult if Astralis want to come back to it. But Glaive is going to backstab everyone. Well, maybe not everyone. Shox has a chance to stop him here. That's an awkward situation. But how is Astralis repeatedly finding themselves? Remember, Device in the second round getting to weird places. They're finding gaps in this defense all over.
And that is truly terrifying because, I mean, if this is happening already, it's not good news. And it is easy for it to happen on this map, right? Because if you get called into a bomb site, if you're the guy playing the middle of the map, normally that actually means, like, think of any other map like Inferno or Dust 2, where if you're the mid player, you are the guy rotating around. But if you do that here at the wrong time and somebody sneaks through, the round is over. So...
Listen, a lot of gun salvage in this round by Vitality. This has turned from just, a situation that probably going to lose to now a chance. But Device evening the odds, taking down Shox into a 3-on-3, but the pistol's coming in. It's Zip right on the other side of the smoke. He's got a double kill, and Device holds on as well. A fifth round now for Astralis.
What was RPK doing? It looked like he jumped into crouch to try and defuse Sipnix. I was very confused.
He might have been trying to jump up there. Isn't there that?
Oh, there's a little. Yeah,
there's something you can jump up over there. Jump up.
Or maybe he was flashed and it just looked funny.
Yeah.
Now double AWP, which I think is I like AWPs on this map, even though it's a close range kind of map. But I like them on the CT side for the potential early aggression like that. You get a kill like that, you've increased your chances of winning the CT side by like 2%. You still might lose. You almost certainly will lose, but that early kill,
it's worth it.
It's well worth it. Bomb dropped by Astralis, that they're just gathering information, looking for points of weaknesses.
Oh, good swing. The pop flash did nothing. Vegas not blind at all.
I still want them to do it, Vitality. I realize that backfired, but...
No, I mean, you have to appreciate the attempt. Apex just looking for information, taking a shot, and actually got a bad blind shot to take through the smoke. It looked like it could have landed in a different universe. Dupree playing with the edge of this...
One of the other universes.
Edge of the building?
Jason.
One of the universes.
There's many at the same time. Just gonna make sure we understand that.
One of the infinite. Zywoo tagged up as well. This is gonna be the interesting. Ooh, this play from Alex down the ladder. Oh, he's made a footstep. Magus didn't hear that, or maybe he might have thought it was a teammate. Maybe he just wasn't paying attention. But Alex is gonna have such a nice flank.
Yeah, but. Where do you go and how do you, timing here, this is a bit of a roulette. Nice shot from Zywoo and Alex. Is he going to be able to do it? That's the bomb drop. That's a big kill with 30 seconds left. Really well done here on the Vitality captain. And now Apex on the other side of the smoke, but somebody has to go back. And Dupree now, I think he ends up flanking Alex, which again is one of the weird features of this map. 20 seconds here for a 2-on-2. That AWP, Apex missing the shot, the Molotov. Actually, Apex going down, and Device coming in again to save the round, sneaking through the middle of the map.
Again, just, losing track of where that opening can be, and Device, I mean, he's not even involved in most of that action. He's just in perfect position to punish those players. A missed shot from the AWP, trying to rotate to a new location, and Device is ready and waiting for him. Well done. Device has had a stellar game so far. He's 16-2, Anders. Why are we getting so many crazy individual effort? Well, it was at the first half yesterday, Crims had 26 kills? Something?
26, yeah.
Something weird. Did you see the stat? He actually ended as, that was like the third highest ADR ever delivered in a professional CS match. You know what's even weirder than that? Is that, I didn't even remember this, Rubino had the #2 highest ADR.
Really?
And we haven't even seen him play since like Epicenter 2016.
Yeah, he has had like a very strange career, hasn't he?
I'd like to see him back.
Yeah, I can't even really ever figure out why, why there isn't more, people sort of pushing to pick him up or anything like that. But maybe that's in the future too. 6-1, there was a timeout called there for Vitality to just sort of have a conversation about what is going on. I still prefer the style that they were trying to play that previous round, where they try and go for some early, like flash their way into a kill, try and do something. I think it's preferable to waiting around.
This hasn't even felt like a really that fancy of a T-half from Astralis so far. It just seems like they're willing to kind of crawl up and take fights, and maybe it's a game plan where they just say, let's test and see if Vitality players are going to be, used to these angles. That's an awkward battle. As the smoke clears, Magus knows the response is coming from the other side, and now Zip, he's just going to peek down and find one on the ramp. And...
yeah, I think, so Saibu got the first kill on the Device over there, and I think Zip was just guarding the rifle all along, saying someone's going to come try and pick this up, and that was Apex. So 7-1.
We haven't had anyone fall off the building yet. I'm a little bit upset about that.
Only Device after he died, right? That doesn't really count.
It was the body. It wasn't Device himself.
No, it's
his soul had left the body.
Already departed. Yeah, you're right. You went skydiving once. Would you ever do like base jumping off a building? Is that out of the question?
Oh, that's... I don't know. I would like to say yes.
I feel like that's significantly more risky.
I'd like to say yes, but we'll hold the thought.
And illegal.
Dupree, he looks like he's on the edge. He looks like he's waiting for a pop flash. Here it comes. That's nice. And falling down. There goes RPK, and this aggression is pushed back. Surely Glaive tries to punish further. He comes up the stairs and shocks. He gets punished with the AWP, but Apex, oh, if he had turned that corner, he might have had a free kill, but what a risk that would have been. You could see him checking beneath the great flooring.
There just aren't many places that are safe on this map on the CT side, and now it's 3 versus 5. Shox is scoped up, walking around looking for a kill, but I don't know how you can find the right position at this point. Magus picked up the bomb in the meantime, and that bring it to the A-bomb side, it seems like. So that's going to catch them even further off guard. Device is over there checking it out, Sip as well. And Shox, I think this flank, unfortunately, is going to be way too late.
It's all on Zaiwu. Missed shot from Device. A rare miss as well. That was exactly what he was looking for. Shox on the flank is not going to be ready. Dupree watching that at Forklift. That's a hard position to clear out. And Zaiwu and Alex, they've got to try and save. Alex brought down to 20 HP, and Zaiwu is going to have a fighting retreat, but he's even worried about the flank. He knows that Astralis has been working this map so well. There's one shot. Vegas not going to be able to punish him. Good follow-up from Zaiwu, but they're still searching, and he's got another. That's 3 kills in the run. He can go for this. He can go for this so much. I don't think he's going to win it. Oh, Astralis overextend, and Zaiwu has pulled something out of nowhere. Way too early to commit that many resources, that many players to the hunt.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. Especially the way that he finishes it.
Yeah, like, a little one-tap.
Just a sweet little one-tap.
Le one-tap.
Exactly. That's what they call it in French, isn't it? Oh, man.
That's not gonna, that's obviously, this is not a repeatable victory win condition for Vitality.
No, that's the problem, isn't it, though? Like,
you can't even be happy about that win if you're Vitality. You're like, yeah, we got one, but that was kind of stupid.
That is outrageous. And at the same time, yeah, it does kind of just, you have to think, yeah, but can we actually do it again? Or at least start to win more rounds here. 7-2. Vitality could still do something here. Oh, Saibu's so close up, and that's the problem. Fires the gun and does make it back around, but surely there's a grenade that's going to be following this up. He's already low on health, and he needs some backup. Friendly grenades trying to maybe push them back a little bit, but a Molotov, he's so worried about any grenade landing on him right now, and the fun will come to an end. He's just trying to stay put for the moment. They're thinking about it, Glaive. That's the wrong direction. Now, is he going to get a chance for a kill at least?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
It's happened again. This is going to be so brutal. Shox goes down. This defense is going to start crumbling, and a nice shot from Apex. That's the big one. Zaiwu did eventually fall. There was so few places he could go. Alex trying to hold on, but Astralis is applying so much pressure, and this isn't even the end game.
No. They're now back at the B bomb site with Dupree already holding it, and the bomb has been picked up and is making that way. And Device, if they're not careful, he's going to sneak in behind them as well. Dupree holding such a forward position that you can see RPK not ready for it. Smoking off. You can jump on the side there, but if you're Alex, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Checkmate.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. He knows it as well. Not going to take that risk. And there comes Device, who's waiting over at the A side, so great attack on the A-bomb side, then the switch back, and just, it's all working out. Another couple of kills for Device, putting him at 18-4 right now. So he's got some catching up to do. He needs like 10 more kills to catch Crims at this point.
It's possible he's got 5 more rounds. Back to that, I want to touch on that base jumping thing. I think the big difference is when you go skydiving, right? You're hooked up to somebody, and he pulls you out of the plane with him. Base jumping feels like you have to be real committed. Like
I'll
you have
push
to
you off the building if you want, Jason. It's fine.
All right.
We can arrange for those. That seems like the least problem. We had to figure out what happens when you land and get arrested afterwards. That's where it gets real interesting. But we'll have a documentary team. We'll chronicle all of it.
Cool. I'm in. Again, a lot of pressure to be applied to this A bomb site. Glaive leading the way, and they've just had. I mean, this is happening so early. They've put every time Vitality's been aggressive on that A ramp, they've been punished. And Glaive has found a window here. Definitely going to find that. Definitely going to find the follow-up or zip wheel behind him. And Astralis doesn't even need to worry about rotating around the map. They're just going to move forward into A. They were given so much respect and so much space to work with.
What if Valve bought like the copyrights for all of the people that played in Die Hard, and they made all the models look like the characters from Die Hard? And you could be Bruce Willis, and you could sort of pretend that you were on a skyscraper, you know.
It could be Hans.
Yeah, exactly. All of those people.
Could you be the Bruce Willis at the end who's shirtless, who has the gun duct tape to his back?
Yeah, and well, that would
could
be
they
like
bring in the lines from the movie as well? Because now that.
If they could bring the lines in, you could have the gun taped to your back. That would be the rarest skin of all time, right? Like that would be the one that everyone would want. Yeah, I would.
That'd be like the Dragon Lore of skins.
It would be. Then suddenly people would be playing Vertigo a lot. Yeah, I think that would make it all worth it.
Well, you've heard us, Valve. We'll take 10%.
Good luck on negotiating that. 9-2, and as weird as it seems, I think this is either going to be early aggressive kills from Vitality or Cyber getting more quad kills. I think those are the two options right now.
And Cyber getting a quad kill isn't exactly a strategy you can call for. Controlling mid at least, Alex has made the jump over. I wonder if Megas heard that. Might be calling it out. That's a risky turn in towards ladder room. Megas going to follow up with it as well. And ooh, Alex is a big win. Nicely done. Transitions to the AK-47 and falls away.
Really nicely done. I'm surprised that he won that, Alex, but trying to take a risk and it pays off. And I just think they have to. I don't think the model of staying passive is going to be worth it. Now they're right on top. In fact, Glaive just jumping parkour over him and able to find him in Apex. That is not a safe position.
What an unfortunate timing for Apex.
Yeah, that wasn't good at all.
Bomb being planted, all faked by Dupree, hoping someone is going to jump through that smoke and everything. The utility is refreshed, spam coming through. Shocks can't find connections on Dupree. That means he can get into a new position. And the ult from far back at Sandbags.
They have two smokes for the retake here on Vitality. I think that's the most promising thing right now, if they can sort of carpet the whole bomb site. Oh, the wall bangs coming through. Glaive taking down Apex and RPK. They didn't even see it coming, and he's going to follow it up. Instead, quad kill for Glaive, and surely that's all done. No kit on Shocks. It doesn't matter how many smokes are on this bomb site. It's not going to matter. Device is waiting in the corner. That smoke's going to fade any second, and Shocks, he's out of time. He just has to run for it. A close round, but that won't make a difference in the end. 10-2 here for Astralis. And oh,
that's got to be the most frustrating thing. Is that was one of the more promising rounds that Vitality had, and look at him. He knows he's done him dirty. Double spam through the wall.
He's got him in his crosshairs, doesn't he?
I believe that's a sight. He's got him in his sights.
Listen, it could be.
I've never seen a sight look like that.
I understand anyway. I like it. I think it's fine. That is, I don't know. What do you even say if you're trying to retake that?
And then just two people die through the wall. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just a compounding feeling of what's been going on this whole half. Just outmaneuvered on the map. We've seen it so many times, and that's the big thing. Is obvious. What's obvious so far with this 10-2 lead is that the map knowledge that Astralis have, both as a team and on an individual level, is just you know, miles above what Vitality's been able to show us.
It's really, really rough at the moment. 8 out of Cyber's 11 kills are in 2 rounds, and those are the 2 rounds that they've won. It's so stupid. Oh, man. This aggressive play that we've seen before, and I'm pretty sure Astralis have as well. Apex still landing a kill behind it. That's well done. They have minimal weaponry in this round, so a victory here would be phenomenal. Oh, Alex. He gets shot in the back. Ooh. Yeah, it took a little while.
The Device just think it was too easy using an ult. Now he's switched over to the Deagle. RPK's only able to get 1. And Zip, he's going to pick up the bomb. He's got to be careful. There is someone pushing, but he's going to be able to get away. ZywOo just a few seconds behind him, and Shock's rotating through CT spawn. And again, just the positioning for Astralis when they eventually do get over here is going to be so strong. This is the only hope they really have. If ZywOo can cause some chaos by finding a kill on the flank, I think he's going to miss the chance to stop the bomb being planted. It just goes down, but he's in position for one. If that pulls Astralis' attention backwards, then Shocks can come into play, and I take it all back. He's gone down, and Magus finds ZywOo. Just barely.
Leaning right on that edge, isn't he?
That's a bit risky.
11-2, and some close rounds, you know? 1 versus 1, some 2 versus 2s here, but they would have to win a fair few of them to make this actually close. 20-4 right now on Device. He can still do it. Get some aces here at the end.
I think you let him play Gladiator. Just have him go challenge, and you just play the game 4v5 when he dies, or whatever it might be. There's the first. Oh yeah, press the issue. I like this. See what more he can get, exploiting the middle of the map. Double flashbang coming out, aggressive peeking from the AWP. Where does he want to go? Rest of his team is all ready to hit this B bomb site, and Device is just causing so many problems. And now he can just split the map in half. As the AWPer, he can just pretty much stay here if he wants and just control this portion.
Yeah, they can't really easily do anything about it, can they? Peeking that would be very dangerous, but if they ignore him and just leave him here, that's also a problem.
Well, he just becomes the pivot point. And look at how far on the minimap. Apex is number 5, Shocks is number 1. Look how far back they're playing from middle. They just don't want to mess with anything in that part of the map because they know Device just has it held down. And this is just such a denial of information.
They've got 3 people holding middle right now, Vitality. Even Cyber, the A-bomb side, is sort of looking, or I guess he's maybe down below, but still. 2 people holding middle out of the 4 that are left. That's still kind of... that's kind of risky. And RPK is in a position that almost always gets Molotov, and he does not have a smoke, so he could become irrelevant pretty quickly here.
I have to imagine Device is going to pounce while this set piece comes in, while the distraction is there. Yeah, the spades come out. Apex now, his attention is turned, and it's going to be so hard for him to help his teammate. Big win for Apex, but his teammate has gone down in the B bomb site, and it's... Once again, Apex is going to have to pick up the pieces. Here they come swinging wide into the bomb site. Zip has found it around the smoke, and Shocks, not really a whole lot of options with that smoke in his face, although another good flank from ZywOo might open up the possibility.
Yeah, he's done a lot right now. He's low on health, though, but that double kill, it could give them everything. Shocks is on the other side with an AWP. It's kind of risky. If he looks the wrong way at the wrong time, he could be dead. That flashbang, it's 1 centimeter short, but still, that's a quick kill from Shocks. Another round for Vitality, finally, a 3rd one on the board. That's well played. A good flank out of ZywOo.
That was just deja vu from the previous round, right?
Yeah.
ZywOo on the flank, Shocks on the other side, and this time it actually pans out. This time it actually works. Nice round from ZywOo with the double kill.
3-11. Yeah, I mean, not a lot has to go wrong again. They've had a number of those sort of 1v1s, 2v2s, and that was another one that could have also gone wrong. So good news that it didn't. Now they got 1 more round to try and get it. 11-4, I don't think that's very much on the low end. Yeah, but let's just see.
Okay, more aggression. We haven't seen this. Okay, well that's why. That's why right there. RPK, that's going to make you feel really uncomfortable when your teammate just gets deleted like that. And again...
Well, that whole setup behind the sandbag, something that Astralis, did a lot themselves.
Yeah, they know how to counter it for sure.
They boost up behind the big box there on the forklift, and they can look over it. And, or at least, I'm not sure if you actually can see people, you can definitely shoot through. And that's just what they try and do. They just say, you know what, if you're there, this is it. So 5 versus 3 right off the bat.
And Shocks is on his horse. He's trying to hustle back to that B bomb site. Vitality just have no information of what's going on in the map.
Oh, this is where you call in that favor from ZywOo, right? Say, you know what, it's been a little while.
This is the ZywOo quad kill round strategy.
You don't want to use it too often. It becomes, becomes boring, predictable.
Yeah, and then
the fans get used to it. So every once in a while, you just...
Once per half.
Once per half. Maybe now a little bit more. It's a rough half, this one. They've all stacked the B-bomb side, which in a 15th round, you hate to see it, but I can't even blame them.
No.
Like, what are they supposed to do?
Yeah, 3 on 5, and especially because those kills happened so early in the round, there was just a lot of time for Astralis to manipulate the map. And now, ZywOo's occupied here. Magus doesn't have to commit to that fight. He knows he just has to keep the attention. Excuse me, that's Shocks, who is eventually going to go down, low HP. And Device finds the last one, 12-3 in the favor of Astralis, showing...
Not at all.
No, this is going to be a really difficult half. Oh, look at this as well, a stack. Glaive is going to peek down a little bit deeper. There's the swing. They've caught him out in the open. That's the fight they've wanted. Look how much damage has been dealt. Only the one kill, but everyone is shipped down on this T side. And you can see, Astralis, they're going to get away scot-free. And there is even a player behind. Oh, why not? Why not add it on top?
Oh, I just threw him in my mouth a little bit. That's disgusting. How can they keep getting away with it? 5 versus 3 now. And that was 4 people fighting at that A ramp, leaving Dupree on the other side.
They're just so softened up. Zawu, 35 HP, even with the P250. Alex at 34. All that's really left is to go for it. You do have 2 smokes, but this position from Device is going to be tough to clear out with this kind of manpower. Where's the peak coming in? Alex and Zawu brought down even lower. And Device, as soon as he makes his move, oh, he's been spotted. He's been spotted, in awkward timing on that. Nice shot from Zawu. So the bomb actually being planted is probably like the best win you could hope for. And this would be a miraculous hold on the retake, and Zawu is going to deliver another headshot. A chance now.
Meg is finally getting him down, so that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, I think maybe Astralis trying to fight a little bit too early around that smoke. Probably not necessary. They don't have a kit currently picked up, and they're going to tap the bomb and try and force Vitality into a fight here. And RBK obliging. You're going to get that kill on Megis. They could follow it up. Great double kill here. And now Alex, he's so far back, in fact, that Dupree can't even close to find him. And I think that probably is it. Like, the time is simply going to be running out here. Looking for Alex, but he was so far away. That's a huge win for Vitality. And yeah, I think honestly Astralis made a mistake fighting around the smoke that much.
Yeah, I think they did misplay it as well, a little bit. Obviously, I mean, an individual misplay from Device, or at least a nice spot from Zawu. He gets caught on that boost box, but those 2 kills were brutal, and just at the end there, that 2-on-2, or like 3-on-3, I guess would be a 3-on-2. They were just never really swinging and taking that fight together. This was such a good start from Astralis. You do not see them lose those kinds of advantages very frequently. This right here, like there's 2 more players, like why aren't they just swinging wide together?
Swing for the fences, yeah. I feel like that's that's a mistake for Astralis. But honestly, what a recovery from Vitality, who must be feeling low on morale at this point. Yeah,
good shots from Zawu to even things right when the bomb gets planted.
You know another skyscraper movie that's a bit old, but featuring one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
Drop Zone with Wesley Snipes.
Oh, it's been a minute since I saw that when I was younger. I don't fully remember it.
I just wish Wesley Snipes had made more movies.
Isn't there a movie now that just came out recently, like literally called Skyscraper? The Rock?
I don't know, there could be.
Which essentially just felt like a remake of Die Hard.
I'll have to check that out. I don't know if they should be remaking it, but those movies are just, you know...
I don't think it's like an actual remake. I just think it was just like, oh, look,
spiritual
it's
remake.
The same plot, right? Like there's a battle in a skyscraper.
It's not a bad concept.
No, it's a great concept.
We've got our own, everyone can follow along, like no one's going to get confused about what's going on. We're fighting in a skyscraper.
All right.
Alex has been tagged up already and Sip in a pretty dangerous position, especially if you slow peek this corner. Flashbangs double do a good job, and Dupree never saw it coming, almost shooting his own teammate. Then, Device going to steal the kill, and that's a shot on Apex, and now they are really getting slowly whittled away. This isn't good news at all. Nice shot from Cyru, and the follow-up, it's almost there, but Device will take care of business. A triple kill for him, landing him at 26. And that, I don't know, that's so hard for Vitality.
That's both pistol rounds won by Vitality, and both second rounds lost by Vitality. Astralis wins in both, and the first one, remember, it was the ace from Device, who started out with the Deagle. This time it's a triple kill from Device with the Deagle.
Yeah, so if you were writing propaganda for Vitality, you'd write the headline saying, you know, Vitality wins 100% of pistol rounds against Astralis, and then you would just end the story.
Vegas controlling mid. He's spotted 1 or 2. That nade that's well timed. That's a great nade. Doesn't go as far as he probably would have liked to do the most damage, and now Alex and Shox, surely you're committed to this fight. You know you've got one player isolated. As tough as it's going to be to clear him out of this position, you have to be happy that you've at least found this battle until Glaive comes into the action. Now there's 2. Pop Flash is mistimed from Astralis, but still the kills are going to go their way.
Device going down, so not getting a chance here to try and follow up on the record setting. Still could still happen, I guess, that he could do some more. RPK It's a long fight, but he's going to come out on top. But both him and Saiwu are low on health, and doesn't seem like a realistic shot at winning this, especially not with timing like that.
Okay, behind the forklift, and just the low health, and the SMG is going to finish him off. Yeah, 2 rounds away for Astralis from taking this first map, and Vitality, again, another scenario where we just said there's no wrong answers because of how far back you are, but it's almost like just buy what you can. They're going to save here and then go for the 11-round comeback, but
yeah,
you can't really criticize either direction they want to go.
No, they're low percentage chances anyway, so aggressive here, but Vitality just they have nothing to respond with. No ult to shoot through the box, and no grenades, molotovs, or anything to challenge it.
It's nice though that Astralis is, it's kind of like they're giving him a lesson on how to pull off that aggression, that A-ramp aggression.
Oh, like a free lesson?
Yeah, they're just like, listen guys, we'll help you out. If you guys want to start learning. Ooh, the plant? That's great.
That was what the whole thing was about.
What a champion.
Yeah, that's a little bit of bonus money, right? But still, 15-4. Astralis off to a blazing hot start here on Vertigo. First map in the best of 3, and now Vitality going to have 11 rounds in a row for a comeback.
Do you think Astralis was just like chilling today, and they're kind of watching the games and like, oh, so EG's knocked out, Liquid's knocked out.
Yeah.
Just giggle to themselves, they're like, this is going to be fun.
It's all working out. I would be so careful about that, though, because, I don't know, that kind of mentality has crushed so many teams in the past. I would hope that that's not what they're thinking.
Ooh, dangerous. Nice shot from Saiwu. However, they might not know that Magus is here. Apex, I think, spamming just to be cautious rather than any kind of knowledge.
And that kind of spam, you always wonder. Now he's falling back, but if you stick in that corner and they think they've checked it, like they think they already sort of spammed that corner, it can be dangerous. But now everyone's falling back instead, and it's still a 4-on-4. Glaive on one side, Dupree sort of holding along the middle. Device and Magus, well, Magus actually going to go back to the middle as well. So Device is mostly just here alone on that A ramp.
Well, yeah, that's going to be a nice shot from Shox. And this is kind of what they talked about on the desk. Shox in his natural habitat, able to be patient, able to lurk, and he's done a spectacular job. He's controlled the middle. He's found 2 kills. It's all on Device.
Beautiful handling of that AK on Shox. Don't get to see nearly enough of that nowadays.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who you just love watching his multi-kill sequences because it just looks incredible.
He's hiding inside of the smoke as well. Device actually going to somehow sneak around him. I would have thought maybe that would have worked out the other way. Bomb has gone down. And that re-smoke. Oh man, is he really going to try for it? I think he got such a big lead. He just wants to try and see if he can finish it in style, flashing his way through, and has quite the opposite effect.
50-50, right? Do you go right or left out of that smoke?
Yeah, and maybe the flashbang could have, I don't know, like, when you're that far up, maybe you just say, you know what.
Yeah, just why not go for it? See if you can get yourself a highlight clip. He's obviously at the point as well now where it's like, maybe we can just lose rounds and I'll break the record.
That would be...
That's a terrible idea, by the way.
Your teammates are not going to be happy.
No, they would not be happy if they found out that that's what you were doing. Saiwu, yeah?
Some perverse part of me would kind of appreciate it. I think there's some part of me that says, yeah, actually.
Yeah, go for the individual glory, screw the team.
Yeah.
I like hearing that from my partner in business.
Don't think about it, Jason.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
15-5, 21st round. Device caught in the middle of everything, but the refract from Aegis there was really quite good. That's, what, 3 people in the middle, more or less, ready for that push?
I put a stop to it, but I mean, this is the consequence, right? This is a nice play from Apex. I like it a lot. We saw Astralis do this a lot in the first half as well, just taking liberties and really probing, and now Apex, this is such a strong spot, especially now that kill is there, but he mistimed it. A very slow peek, and Saiwu had a chance to add 1 more on top of it. That's Glaive, who's lucky to be alive.
Look at RPK. If Saiwu just stays alive, RPK could flank the whole thing. Oh, they try and push him instead, and Glaive going to be going down. Saiwu very, very quick with that one.
Well, you're actually absolutely right, because Saiwu as well has to fall back and get the bomb. The bomb is so far away. That's going to be on Saiwu, and RPK just sat in the corner. He's saying, listen, no one's going to be able to get into this B bomb site. So just grab the bomb and come on over. Now he starts running, and I think that's going to be the signal. Zipnik's definitely heard those footsteps. Now, are they going to be prepared to clear out this corner from RPK?
It's very hard to even try and be prepared for it, right? Dupree also going to be checking it with an AWP sip coming in through the window, I'm assuming on the other side. It definitely won't be easy at all. Bomb is planted. Saiwu close there to RPK. Missing the opportunity to Dupree, and he's going to be going down. And now it's on Sip. He survives the first shot of Saiwu, but is he going to get a second chance here? He's done some damage already, and finally he'll hunt him down. Picking up another M4, and he's going to go straight for it. Surely just going to hold it down. RPK, he's going to be way too slow on this one, and that will be 16-5 here as Astralis end up taking down Vitality, the first map in a best of 3. So